We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider Rapid Reactions Edition after Carolina's 72-51 win in the Smith Center against Michigan. I'm Jones Angell. He's Adam Lucas. Let's get right to it. Adam, impressive night for the Tar Heels. Hubert Davis had said he felt like his team had worked really well and hard and improved over this last week, and they showed it on the floor tonight.
What a fun night in the Smith Center. Everything just went exactly the way you would want it to go, from the atmosphere to the lettermen who were in attendance to the way the Tar Heels played on the court. You wanted them to defend a little better, and they did. And you got everything you needed to get a really important win over a ranked Michigan team.
Carolina's offense was really impressive in the second half. 18 of 31 from the floor, 5 of 9 from three-point range. But Adam, you mentioned the defense. It felt like that was as constant as it has been in any game this season. And when you consider the opponent holding Michigan to 35%, they shot just 6 free throws in the game. They turned it over 13 times. Those are quality numbers for Carolina defensively.
And the game was played almost entirely in the half court because Carolina didn't really turn it over. They only turned it over 6 times in the game. Michigan only turned it over 10. So most times, both teams were coming down, calling a set play, and the other team had to defend them. That's been a struggle for the Tar Heels at times this year, but they did it, both guarding the ball and in the paint, where Michigan had been very effective this year. They were not as effective in this game because the Carolina bigs were very good defensively.
All right, I had the opportunity to talk to Hubert Davis. Adam talked to one of the Tar Heels who had a big night, Armando Bacot, who had his 4th double-double of the season with 11 points and 14 rebounds. Let's get to those interviews right now on the Carolina Insider. Yeah, thanks, Dave, here in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner after really impressive performance tonight from Carolina, 72-51, the victory over Michigan here with the head coach of the Heels, Hubert Davis. Coach, you came in and first thing you said was, I'm so proud of the guys. What are you proud of tonight from your team?
I am. I'm just proud of their effort, their attention to detail. I felt like effort-wise it was a 10 out of 10, and it was that way at practice yesterday. I think we had the best practice that we've had all season. I mean, on the defensive end, everybody was dialed in, competitive, competing. On the offensive end, everyone was sharing the basketball, and everybody was enjoying other people's success when they made a shot. And they did the same thing here in the game. It was against a great Michigan team with unbelievable talent. And I thought we struggled a little bit offensively getting shots in the first half. In the second half, I just felt like that we needed to get the ball down low on the post. I felt like Armando and Dawson could score down there, and both of them started at the second half, and that really gave us a lot of energy on both ends of the floor. Michigan shoots 35% for the game, only gets to the free throw line for 6 shots. I would imagine those are kind of defensive numbers that you like. I do. I've always believed that we can be a great defensive team. At times we have struggled, but it's because of them. It's their commitment in practice. You know, we had 8 days off, and we had a chance to get back to our fundamentals and our principles and reaffirm what we want to do on the defensive end. And all the guys bought into it. They understood it. They applied it out there on the floor, and I'm just really, really proud of them.
Caleb Love, he shot well tonight, and I know that always helps, but it seemed like the game was just kind of coming to Caleb a little easier tonight, distributed the ball, played good defense. Your thoughts on his performance?
Well, he was great tonight. I believe he's a definitive first-round draft pick, and the reason being is, from an offensive standpoint, he has the ability to create a shot for himself and for his teammates at any given time. He's that gifted. But I've always believed that he's an outstanding defensive player. He had, the assignment of guarding Brooks, and, he's their leading scorer. And so he got after it defensively. He distributed the basketball. He was aggressive and made shots on the offensive end. Caleb was a basketball player. He's a heck of a basketball player, and he played an outstanding game tonight.
Brooks finished with 11 points, needed 11 shots to get those 11 points tonight. Coach, felt like you guys had a lot of fun. It's been such a stressful start to the year. It just felt like a lot of fun tonight in the Smith Center.
It was a lot of fun. It was fun just coming out through that tunnel and seeing a packed Smith Center. I can't remember the last time I walked through the tunnel and it was that full. And there was a lot of energy in the building. And when we got in and we were in the huddle right before we went out for the jump ball, I looked at them and I said, guys, this is why you came to Carolina. That you came to Carolina to play against great teams like Michigan. You played in this environment. This is big time. This is why you came here. And they all just had a big smile on their face. And I said, well, let's enjoy it and let's play hard and let's have fun. And they did that tonight.
Last thing, Coach, I'm not going to get every name of Tar Heels who were here tonight, but Tyler Zeller, Tyler Hansbrough, Antoine Jamison, Mitch Kupchak, of course, your staff, Eric on the air with us. It felt like a real Carolina family night in the Smith Center.
It did. I saw everybody, and I joked around with Eric Hoots. I said, gosh, as a coach, I love the guys that we have in the locker room, but man, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if some of those guys that were in the stands, if Antoine and Tyler Hansbrough and Tyler Zeller were coming out of that tunnel in a North Carolina uniform. But this is what Carolina is about. It's about family. It's about relationships. And it doesn't matter when you played. It's the shared relationships and experiences that you've had here that you form that bond with people that you didn't even play with. And so having those former players here supporting the current players is something that's always been a foundation piece for this program.
72-51, the final tonight, Carolina with the win. Coach, congratulations on the win. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you very much, Jones. Thank you.
That's Hubert Davis, guys, in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner.
Alongside the double-double machine, Armando Bacot. Armando, can you just kind of describe for us what it was like to play basketball in a packed Smith Center tonight?
Oh, man, it was fun. It felt like Carolina basketball. We came out of the dead. These last 2 years, it's been rough just not having fans, and just today was just amazing. I mean, everybody was into it. I mean, are you not entertained?
You said it felt like Carolina basketball. When did you first feel that? What happened to make you think, oh, yeah, this is what I want it to be?
I mean, from the jump, just running out of the tunnel and just seeing the fans just so excited and enthusiastic, it gives us all a boost, and we love it.
And the boost helped. You had a double-double individually. Getting Hunter Dickinson in foul trouble was a big part of the game. How were you able to do that?
Just watching a lot of film on him, knowing his tendencies. I mean, I've been playing with him on the same team since the 7th grade. So, I mean, we kind of both know how each other play. And, I mean, I just know he's going to come out physical. So just matching his physicality, but also on the defense, on the offensive end, just trying to take it into him and get him in foul trouble.
When he went out, how did that make them different?
They had to double a lot. Well, they was doubling with him in, but just with him out too, they had to send a double team to me. So that allowed a lot of the other guys to heat up, like Caleb and Dawson, and just giving them open looks.
Been a lot of talk about defense over the past week or so. The defense was really good tonight. Why was it so much better? What did you do more effectively?
Just went out there competing, and we followed the game plan. I mean, we've been hearing all this talk about we can't play defense, but that was a pretty good defensive effort.
What that you've worked on over this last week and some pretty tough and intense practices were you able to implement tonight that made such a difference?
Just attention to detail, following like the precise defensive details, if that's being in the gap, midline, on the ball, just those things, and we apply that to the game, and we got a good outcome.
Does it feel like the season kind of started tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to ACC play versus Georgia Tech this early. I mean, and we got a couple big-time games coming up. So, I mean, it's just good just to get off on this good start and feel like we're going in the right direction.
As you just said, you're going to have to string together 2 efforts like this in a row. What are you going to tell the younger guys about what it takes to play at an ACC level, especially on the road, and have an effort like this one 2 times in a row?
Yeah, I mean, we got to play like this every game. I mean, once you get in the ACC play, it's not easy. I mean, any team can be beat, so we just got to go out there and compete. It's not like these tune-up games we've been playing. You got to actually go out there and really play. And we can't get too high and we can't get too low. And obviously, we got a big win, but we got to be ready to go to work on Friday.
That's Armando Bacot with a double-double against Michigan.
Yes, sir.
That was pretty fun, huh?
It was. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Haven't been like that in
So the Tar Heels improved to 5-2 with the win. And Adam, now it's mid-December. Tar Heels going to play some more non-conference games. You hold your horses, sir. Carolina going to Atlanta to face Georgia Tech. Following this up with a big game, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon in Atlanta. Tech fought hard but fell short today against Wisconsin, so they'll be fired up. A prime spot to go in there and be sleepy on Sunday afternoon after a big win. Heels will try and avoid that.
And you heard Armando Bacot talk about what he's going to tell the younger players is required to win a conference game on the road. It's not easy. Georgia Tech's going to play multiple defenses. They've got some really good scorers who Carolina's going to have to defend again. Tar Heels are going to have to play at least as well as tonight, if not a little better, against the Jackets.
That's Sunday at 3 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 2 o'clock radio-wise for that one. Thanks for being with us here on the Carolina Insider.